I am 2 weeks late and I am so sorry. Yo, today I'm gonna talk about fandoms, and I'm not really. I like Game of Thrones a lot, and I think Game of Thrones is probably the only thing I can talk about that won't make you want to shoot yourself in the head, and even then you might find yourself looking for a gun anyways. Game of Thrones is what I consider myself to be a part of in a fandom, apart from things I've been fans of for like my whole life. Star Wars, or Dragon Ball Z, superheroes, Batman specifically. Game of Thrones I got into about 2 years ago, and ever since then it's just been a wild ride. There were only 2 seasons when I first started watching. Now there are 4, and they're filming the 5th one, I believe. I don't know what you've heard of it. Probably that it's like Lord of the Rings with porn, which is pretty much true. Game of Thrones is pretty confusing when you're first watching, so I had to do a lot of reading on the backstory and on the books. I read the 3rd book because I wanted to know what happened in the 3rd season. I wish I didn't read it. I apologize again for not posting anything for the past 2 weeks. I don't really know what to talk about. That's my problem. So this video is just going to be a mashup of a bunch of random takes. If you like Game of Thrones, please tell me. I love talking about it. The story of Game of Thrones is basically, it's kind of a medieval fantasy with more focus on real life situations. There's a lot of fantasy to it, but not as much as we'd like, which is fine, you know. It takes place mainly on a fictional continent called Westeros, and it's a kingdom. Well, it's divided into 7 kingdoms. The largest of them is the North, which is where our heroes come from, the Starks of Winterfell. They come into conflict with other major houses, mainly the Lannisters, who rule alongside Robert Baratheon. The main character finds out the king isn't the father of his children. The children's mom did the do with her brother, and when he finds out, he tells her, and she gets mad, and then it's really good. Just trust me on it. Watch it. It's rated R, hardcore. Hello. I'm making this video 2 weeks late. My hair is a mess, so I'm gonna go fix that. Why do people even like? I wouldn't watch me. That's the Game of Thrones map.